Ability Center Strength Combos.
Hi everyone, my name is Megan. Joining me today in her seated position is Tracy. We're coming at you for a strength combo workout. So we're just focusing on full body strength in this workout. Grab a couple of sets of weights. If you don't have any weights, feel free to use some household items, or you can opt to use this workout without any weights and just use your body resistance. So I have some 10s and 8s. Tracy's got some 8s and 5s. Choose whichever works the best for you. Soup cans, water bottles, weights, no weights, up to you. If you are in a seated position, make sure your chair is nice and sturdy, or you have your locks on your wheelchair. And if you would like to, you can use a mat for other positions as well. Join us wherever makes you feel the most comfortable. Are you ready to get started? I think so. Trace, you ready? Let's do this. Okay, our first one is gonna require one heavy weight. I'm grabbing on to my 10. Tracy's gonna grab onto her 8. So we're gonna hold on to the end of the weight with the heel of our hands and tuck it right into our chest, okay? So kind of use your chest as a little bit of a shelf to hold that weight in. Feet are gonna go hip width apart, toes pointing forward, and we're up nice and tall. For your seated position, you are gonna gently lift one knee up, extend your leg forward, squeeze the top of your leg, place it back down gently onto the floor, and then you're gonna press your hands up towards the ceiling, pressing that weight up as high as you feel comfortable. For standing, feet are still hip width apart. You're gonna push your bum back as if you're sitting in a chair, going into your squat, bending your knees, come back up, and same thing, pressing the weight up towards the ceiling or however high you feel comfortable. Alrighty, let's do this. We got 40 seconds active, 20 seconds rest, 3 sets of this exercise. Trace, ready? Ready. Are you ready over there? Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. So at any time, you can take little pauses if you want to, but I really want you to focus on that form. So my golden rule, form over everything else. Make sure we're breathing, core is nice and tight. In your seated position, you'll lift your knee up, gently extend forward, place your foot back down and press. And in your standing, you go as low as you feel comfortable. We got 10 seconds to go. And we're pressing that weight. 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently rest. Okay, take this 20 seconds. How did you feel? Do you need to maybe change your weights a little bit? The choice is yours. I'm sticking with my 10, sticking with your 8. All right, so we're listening to our bodies, getting ourselves a little bit of a rest. Let's get back into position. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. Back into our goblet squat, and then adding that press. So again, you can choose how high you lift that weight, how high you lift your knee, and how low you go. But remember, form over everything. Looking good, Trace. Keep going. You're at home, you're looking fantastic. Whew. I love a good strength workout. Probably one of my favorites. 10 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, starting to feel that one in my shoulders and legs. Hopefully you're feeling that as well. You're doing a great job. We got one more set of this one, and then we're gonna move into our other exercise. Whew, take a little breather. All right, one more time. 3, 2, 1, go. So squat, press, or you're doing that knee lift and then press. So remember, the deeper you go, the higher the intensity, or the higher you lift your knee, higher your intensity. Whew. A little bit of a different way to work our shoulders. Liking it. You're doing great. Keep working. You got 10 seconds to go. Stay with us right to the end. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, that was a good one. All right. Grab a quick little drink. Shake it off. How'd you feel? That was great. I liked that one. All right, so look at that. We're already on exercise number 2. So I'm gonna stick with my heavier weights, but I'm gonna grab both of them. So I'm grabbing both onto my 10s. Tracy's grabbing onto her 8s. We're gonna be going into a calf raise, shoulder shrug. So both of our feet are gonna be hip width apart, toes are pointing forward, weights at our side, we're up nice and tall. We're both gonna lift our heels, so seated and standing, off of the floor, place them back down, and then we're gonna shrug our shoulders out towards our ears. Low intensity, you're separating, so you'll do heel lift, shoulder shrug. High intensity, you're lifting both at the same time, okay? So a little bit of balance on this one to increase that intensity. Ready for it? I'm ready. You ready? Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, and go. So again, high intensity, you can lift heel and shoulders at the same time, or low intensity, you're separating. So standing and seated is gonna be the exact same. Make sure you have a slight little bend in your knees if you are in your standing position. We don't wanna lock our knees. We're not bending our elbows to lift those weights up to our ribs. No, our shoulders are doing all the work. We got 10 seconds. I'm sorry that I keep singing to you that it's 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. I think that's become my new signature. I'm gonna just sing to you every time there's 10 seconds, whether you like it or not. Oh, all right, how about that one on my neck a little bit? Okay, so we're gonna go back to our calf raises and those shoulder shrugs in 3, 2, 1, and go. So high intensity, again, you can do both at the same time. And your low intensity option, heel and then shoulders. Good, seated or standing. Make sure belly button is driven to your spine, you're breathing, and form over everything. I'll remind you a bazillion more times, don't worry. Gotta be safe during our exercises. Whoo, feel the burn. Doing a great job. We got 10 seconds. Almost there, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, resting my weights on my shoulders. Okay, we only got one more set left. Whew, we got this. A little bit of a different workouts than we're used to, but that's okay. You're doing a great job. Strength combos. It's all about combinations. Ready, set, and go. Third set. Very important to listen to your body. Change your weights out. Go into seated, come into standing. Choice is yours. We're good. Wow, I can't speak. We are just here to guide you through it. Just having one of those days. Good job. We're almost there. Come on, stay with us. You're doing a great job. The end is right here. Get ready for me to start singing. 10 seconds. Okay, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can finally rest those weights. Okay. Grab a quick drink. All right, how'd you feel on that one? Trace, how'd you feel? I think she felt it. Okay, good. She's whispering to me now that she did. All right. We are on our third exercise. So, a couple of different options for this one. Listen to your body and choose whichever option is going to be best suited for you. This one's gonna take a little bit of describing to you. So, in your seated position, you can either grab 5s or 8s, but we are lifting our hand out to the side. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter because my arms are a little bit sore now. So I'm gonna choose my 8s, but Tracy, what are you gonna choose? Oh, she's going for the 5. All right, and that's totally fine because she's listening to her body, right? So we just need that one weight. So Trace, go ahead and grab that one single weight. All right, she's gonna move her right leg just gently out to the right side. We kind of wanna get that leg out of the way so she doesn't hit it. She is going to sit up nice and tall, lift her left leg off of the floor, and take that weight and pass it underneath her thigh, grab it with the other side, and lift it out to the side, okay? So, Good? All right, she's got it, don't worry. So for your standing position, I'm going to step my left foot behind me, nice wide stance, dropping both of my knees down into 90. Take the weight, pass it underneath my right leg, lifting up to the right, passing under my leg again, and lifting up to the left side. Now here comes a little bit of a tough part. High intensity, we're holding down and lunge, or you're holding that knee up the whole time. But again, choice is yours, take breaks. All right, let's do this. 40 seconds, and then we'll switch sides, right? 3, 2, 1, and go. So hold down, or you're holding your knee up. You can switch the weights out, you can switch positions, you can take little breaks in between, rest your legs and your arms. Keep your chest up and open. Breathe. Oh, my legs are burning. Okay. We got this. Taking a little break, 10 seconds. Whew. Lifting out to the side. We got 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay. Yeah, that one was a little challenging. All right, whew. So we will be switching sides, okay? So when you're seated, if you had your right foot out to the side slightly, now you're gonna have that left and lifting the right leg up. And if you're standing, switching your legs, so I'm stepping my right foot back behind, both toes are pointing forward. 3, 2, 1, hold your position and go. So we're passing the weight underneath our thigh, lifting it up to the side, and then switching sides. So we're doing a lateral lift with our arms, palms facing down, full extension from shoulder height. We're breathing. Good. And then you're seated. If you want to increase that intensity, you can lift the knee up a little bit higher. Whew, 10 seconds. Come on. So I'm going up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Whew, okay, we're not done yet. We got one more set. So this time, we're splitting the time, okay? So 20 seconds on each side, because we gotta get that third set in. Whew, whew. Shake it all off. Yes, we're still feeling it too. Oh, you're doing great. Stay with us. 20 seconds each. Let's do this. I'm going back with my left foot this time. Up nice and tall. Ready? And go. So 20 seconds each. Tracy's gonna go under her right leg now. Woo! I'm just going up and down, but again, you can hold the position down into your lunge, driving your back knee to the floor. We're switching in 3, 2, 1, switch. Go right back into it. So again, I'm up and down on my legs. We got less than 10 seconds. I'm sorry. 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay, thank goodness that one's done. Whew, who the heck invented that exercise? We'll just blame it on Tracy, it's all her fault. Grab a quick drink. Good, I hope you felt it just as much as we did. But again, listen to your body, take a little breather. Okay, now, a little more focus on that upper body. So I'm gonna go lighter again. I'm gonna grab onto my 8s. Whew, hands at my side. Trace, what are you grabbing? She's grabbing her 5s. So this one, it'll be very similar to seated position. Just make sure you're seated. Bum is near the edge of your seat, up nice and tall. Feet are firmly planted on the floor. So we are going to bend our elbows, curling our hands up towards our shoulders, locking our elbows in at our side. We're going to bring them back down nice and gently to the outside of our hip. Take our left hand, crossing it in front of our body towards the right, lifting it just in front of our body, back down, curl again, back down, and then right arm going in front of the left side of our body, and then back down. Okay, so a little bit of a chest, shoulder, biceps, kind of like a full body, not full body, full upper body exercise. All right, let's do this. Ready, Trace? Are you ready? Let's do this. 40 seconds, 3 sets each. 2, 1, go. Low intensity option. For your curl, you can go one arm at a time. And even a low intensity option for the crossover, instead of crossing up all the way over to the shoulder, you can always cross just below the chest, right? And so in front of the abdomen if you want to, the choice is yours. What I really want you to focus on is exhaling as you lift crossover. Good. Lift, crossover. Listen to your body. Ooh, I missed our singing. 3, 2, 1, rest. I was so focused on that exercise. Aw, man. You missed out on the singing. We'll do that second round, don't worry. Maybe I'll sing to you like 20 seconds and then no kidding. All right, how do we feel on that one? Switch your weights out if you need to. Stay with the same. We're gonna do that again in 3, 2, 1, go. Curl, down, crossover. Remember to exhale as you cross. And remember, low intensity, you can do one arm at a time. And that crossover, you can always go a little bit lower. Good job. All about the combos. So combining 2 exercises. I promise I won't miss our singing part. We got 10 seconds. Oh, that was a good one. In case you're wondering, I'm not a singer, so I apologize. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. It's all good, it's fine. Oh well, that's life for you. Alrighty, we got one more set of this exercise. Don't worry, we got this. It's okay if you're not a little coordinated, it's all good. Whew, all right. We got 3 seconds until we start. Third round, ready, and go. Curl, down, crossover. Curl, down, crossover. Good. Don't forget to breathe. Belly button driven to your spine. Up nice and tall, seated or standing. We're not wanting to go too fast between these exercises. Really focus on squeezing those muscles. We got 10 seconds. I'm gonna start using my weight as a mic. Maybe that'll help. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and done. All right, drop those weights down. Look at us flying through this workout. You're doing a great job. Awesome work. Grab a drink. Okay, so a little bit of back, a little bit of tricep on this one. We're gonna go into a bench row with a kickback. So, I don't know how I'm feeling. I'm gonna try my 10s, but my body's not gonna let me. I'm gonna go down to my 8s. So choose the weight that works best for you. Tracy and I are gonna be in the same position on this one. What are you gonna grab? She's seriously debating. Okay. She's gonna go for it. So you choose whichever works the best for you. And again, if you need to after that first set, switch it out, go ahead and do so. Feet are hip width, toes are pointing forward. We're both gonna hinge forward through my hips. I'm just gonna make sure in the standing position, my knees are soft. In your standing position, weights are gonna go in front of your knees. In your seated position, the weights are gonna go either just underneath your thighs or on the outside of your calves. We're gonna both pull our elbows back, squeezing our shoulder blades, hold, and then extend both of our arms back, squeezing those triceps, bring it back into our bent position, and then weights come back in front of our knees or on the outside of our calves. Low intensity, one arm at a time. Let's do this. Ready? 3, 2, 1, position, go. So row, pause, kick back, and release. Very important on this one, don't be afraid to stick your butt out. Okay, so I'll give you a side view. So stick your butt out as if you're about to wiggle is what I was trying to say. Your tail, okay? So pull, kick back. And if you're in your seated, just be careful you don't whack your chair. Don't forget to breathe. Okay, We got 10 seconds. I feel like I'm going to be more dramatic as we go on. 3, 2, 1. Complete and rest. I'm going to rest those weights down. Okay, if I had to switch those weights out, I'm going to stick with it for now. All right, how'd you feel? You need to switch those weights out. Feel free to do so. You're doing a great job. Thanks so much for joining Tracy and I. Stay with us. We're here to motivate you. Full body strength. Okay, back to your row kick back in 3, 2, 1, and go. Belly button driven to your spine. Core, that would be your core, is nice and tight. Don't be afraid to stick your butt back. Keep your back nice and straight. Pull those elbows back, squeeze your shoulder blades, and kick back. Low intensity, you can go one arm at a time, whether you're standing or seated. We got 10 seconds. Come on, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, you're doing a great job. Awesome. We got one more time through. Whew, I'm gonna stick with my 10s. Tracy's gonna stick with her 8s. Remember, you can change them out if you need to. Listen to your body. We're just here to guide you through. After this, we have one more exercise to go through. All right, we're ready for it. In 3, 2, 1, go. Row, kick back. Make sure you're in control of those weights or household item or even your arms if you're just doing body weight. We don't want your arms to be flinging around, nice and control. So really focus on pulling those shoulder blades together, kicking your arms back, squeezing the backs of your arms, and then gently release. We want to make sure when we're doing anything for strengthening that we're activating those muscles, allowing them time to strengthen. 10 seconds. That was really high pitch. I am so sorry. We got 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, those were a little heavy. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Grab a drink. One more exercise, 3 sets. Okay, I'm grabbing my mat for this one. So we are doing a superhero into a push-up. I call him a superhero because we're all superheroes. So I'm heading down to the mat on my tummy. My head is pointing down towards the mat. So for my superhero, got my weights out of the way. So this is where it's really important to make sure your space is nice and clear. My space was nice and clear, but yeah. All right. I'm going to extend my legs back, extend my hands forward, head pointing down to the mat. I'm going to lift both my arms, both my legs off of the mat, keeping my abdomen on the floor. Place it back down. Place my hands underneath my shoulders, pushing myself up off of the mat. And then I'm going to come back down on the mat, hands forward, and repeat. You can do this one on your toes as well. I'm just going to listen to my body and stay on my knees, but you could push yourself up into the toe position, okay? Tracy in her seated position, making sure she's up nice and tall. She can bring her legs back just slightly if she wants to. She's going to hinge forward through her hips, sit up nice and tall. She can sit up nice and tall. Sit up. Oh, she's amazing. And then she's gonna squeeze her butt nice and tight. And then she's going to bring the heels of her hands together, palms together, pushing into her heels, pushing, extending her hands forward, 4 fingers pointing forward, bringing it back into chest, and then repeating, hinging through her hips, sitting up nice and tall, squeezing her butt, and repeating, pushing her hands forward, okay? Let's do this. 3 sets, 40 seconds, superhero, and push up or palm press. In 3, 2, 1, go. So superhero first, and then push up, or you're doing your palm press. So our goal is to work on our chest and our back. So again, the high intensity option, you're gonna go on your toes for that push up. high intensity option for your seated. You're gonna push into the heel of your hands forward and back. We got 10 seconds. Woo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, how'd you feel on that one? All right, how'd you feel on that one? That's a good one. So, staying on the mat position, you can go seated, alternate, totally up to you. We're already on to round number 2. Look at us go. All right, back into position. Superhero, push up in 3, 2, 1, go. So remember, keep that core nice and strong. And if you want to, do that palm press or that push up. Doing a great job. Whew, my arms, I can feel it. We got 10 seconds. I gotta stop with the high pitch. I am so sorry. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good work. Okay, one more set. Whew, stay with us right to the end. We are there. We are right there. Whew. Okay, take a little breather. One more time. Superhero, push-ups. You got it. I believe in you. Tracy believes in you. We both believe in you. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Superhero, palm press or push-up. Good work. Whew, starting to really feel that in my chest and my back. We are more than halfway. Come on, stay with us. We got 10 seconds. See, didn't go high there. I saved ya. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, 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 ding. I'll be our timer. Whew. Good job. Round of applause. We're done. Good work. Grab a quick drink. All right. How do you feel? I hope you had a good one for your strengthening. Great job. If you maybe tried something new, maybe you've improved on an exercise, awesome work. I'm so glad that you were able to join Tracy and I for your strength combos. So it is time to cool it down. So we're gonna do a full body cool down. If you are on your mat, stay on your mat. If you're in your seated, stay there, or you can swap it out, whatever works the best for you. And we'll get started into our stretch. Make sure you take a little breather, cool your body down, and we'll stretch.
Ability Center Strength Combos.